Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are back with the Ultimate Racing League, ladies and gentlemen, with their Lancia Delta Integrale Series. Man alive, we're at round 5, and it's back to normality, ladies and gentlemen. After some mad races at the Rallycross track at Spain, and last week at Suzuka in the rain, we can take a breath. We can calm ourselves. And we're back in Blighty at Brands Hatch, ladies and gentlemen. What could go wrong in this whippersnapper of a legendary car where the back end controls everything? These guys are in deep, ladies and gentlemen. We're round 5. We're at Brands Hatch. We're getting ready for 2 races ahead, and the table. I've got to read you the table. I mean, I might be wrong because I had to interpret some things, but and some names. So, but I think I'm close enough. And so I'll get to the table because the table is unreal, ladies and gentlemen. Remember the Mad Dog and Silly Shot missing out last round? Well, that's tightened things up a great deal. A great deal. Right, Wayne G at the top on 138 points. We've got Hodgie taking that maiden win last round for 136 points, 2 points shy of the Mad Dog. Then we've got Slowpoke in third on 128 points, only 10 points off that championship, and 8 points away from Hodgie. In fourth, we have Niggle on 126 points, just 2 points shy of the Slowpoke, and he knows he gave away a lot of points last round, so he's going to be coming back with a vengeance. Then we got Brownie on 118 points. It's so tight, ladies and gentlemen. The top 5, any of these guys could go forward and take the championship easily. Carlsberg in 6th on 90 points, ahead of Silly Shot on 89 points. Then we've got Firepower on 82 points. Hawkeye, or Dude Bell, no, it's Hawkeye. He goes Hawkeye, is on 78 points. So that's 6th all the way through to, and I'd say Phaser on 73 points. All of those are in a tight battle themselves in the championship table, and any one of them, I mean, Phaser with a good result could jump ahead all the way from 10th and up to 6th place. It's crazy. Then we got Sai, who joined us a first time last round with 21 points. The Saint, who we had a round for, on 17 points, and Nath on 12 points. They've dropped a couple of people out of the table. That's what confused me. I couldn't see Deck, but he's not taking part anymore, and I thought there was someone else. But that table, ladies and gentlemen, is scarily, scarily tight, especially as there's not one person on that track that couldn't win this at Brands Hatch in one of these. It is crazy. Wayne, who I believe is Carlsberg, is in the chat saying evening thingy, and Phaser saying good night. Nice to see you again. Well, hello, Phaser. Right then, we're going to do a grid walk. They've done some qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, in their Lanciers, and we are going to have a good perv at them whilst they're stationary, waiting before they go. Oh, it seems like the Mad Dog and, I believe, Silly Shot are back in the fray. So obviously, it's obvious who's on pole. And on pole, then, ladies and gentlemen, it's Niggle. Niggle, he's fast in qualifying. He poled it last round, but then proceeded to have an awful race. Was it last round? I'm sure it was. Yeah, the round where they really needed to pick up some good points. And Niggle had a bit of a disaster, it seems. But he's come back here to Blighty with his team around him. And he's strong, and he's qualified on pole, ladies and gentlemen. He's taken the pole. In second place, it's the Mad D-O-double-G. It's Wayne G himself, back from wherever he's been. I'm sure it was a lovely place. And he's put it second on the grid, ladies and gentlemen. That is a daunting thought, heading up to Paddock Hill Bend from a standing start with cold tyres against Niggle. Who else is he going to be against? Of course, it's Slowpoke. Slowpoke now taking it easy relatively in the first part of the season, and now he's tasted the top step. He is ready. He has been activated. He has been turned on, ladies and gentlemen. So Slowpoke, third on the grid, ready to get his roll his sleeves up and get down and dirty with the Lanciers, and I am here for that, ladies and gentlemen. Slowpoke then third. Fourth on your grid is Silly Shot. Silly Shot missing last round, and he's got some points to catch up on. I think they do drop rounds, so it probably will be all right in the end. But at this point in the season, the table not where Silly Shot feels he should be. Should be in that top 5 battle. So Silly Shot has the pace, and the consistency is there or abouts. Then we have in 5th place Sai hit the ground running last round, his debutante in the Deltonas, and my word, that first race was absolutely glorious. He kept them tyres, didn't he? And then he just started ripping it up in the last couple of laps to come out in a very strong position. His second race wasn't so hot, so he'll be coming here at Brands Hatch trying to shake that one off and rewrite the book on Sai, ladies and gentlemen. 5th on the grid. Beautiful stuff. In 6th, ladies and gentlemen, winner from last round, Hodgie, knowing that this is not a race that you want to go into Paddock Hill first, he's going to let those guys be the canaries into that first corner, and Hodgie is going to come out the other side of the corner gloriously ahead of all of them, because it's going to be chaos as soon as they hit that first corner, I do believe. 8th place is Taff, ladies. No, it's not. That's Phaser. Sorry, 7th place is Phaser, ladies and gentlemen. See, I recognise your car, though. I didn't carry on saying, Taff is from the valley, we love him. No, I recognise the car. I knew it was Phaser. I saw my mistake. Round 5, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm recognising at least 1 or 2 cars. So, bully for me. Yes, Phaser, ladies and gentlemen, absolute, has the speed, but this Lancia is, she is a devil woman. And Phaser, he's still not getting through the romantic side yet. We've not got down and dirty. He hasn't broken her hymen? No, her barriers, her defences. He's still in negotiations with that car, I believe. But he needs the points as well, because he is mixing it up in the mid-pack, ladies and gentlemen. Right then, in 8th, now it's Taff, boy from the valley. No, Taff here, meaning business, and his livery says that. It is calling out to me. It is screaming, look at me. And I am looking. I'm staring. I am absolutely enthralled. Beautiful stuff. Taff turning up, suited, booted and ready to mingle. And behind the Taff we have Carlsberg. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlsberg had moments of gloriousness in this championship so far. Can he build on that as we get halfway through and get himself up in that tighter end where the pointy bits are? We will see. In 10th place, ladies and gentlemen, Firepower, who we've seen on the podium already. And Firepower then knows the taste of what that podium's about. And he wants more, ladies and gentlemen. He's not happy with just the once. He's going to be up there numerous times. Phaser in the chat. The car is Christine too. Yeah, she's got a mind of her own, has she? And then we've got Hawkeye, ladies and gentlemen. And he was glorious last week in the rough conditions, the rough and tough conditions. I don't think it was raining. I think it was the tyres that were an absolute bombs. No, I think the rain as well, changeable conditions. And we saw Hawkeye. The car control that this man possesses is unbelievable. So he might not have the all-out raw pace, but his car control is second to none. And when we see the dirt, the snow, or any kind of wet stuff, you want to get a little side bet on Hawkeye, because he is a man not to be messed with. Then in 12th place, my word, it's Brownie, winner of, I can't remember what round, but he's taken a win this season. Brownie looking like he has had full control of the Lancia Delta so far this season, appearing in that top 5 championship battle I told you about. And yeah, So Brownie at the moment struggling in qualifying. I'm wondering if he missed qualifying, if there was an issue and he missed qualifying to be back there. But maybe he just does not have the pace around the Brands Hatch. It's not for everyone. It's definitely not for the faint-hearted, I tell you. So then, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for it's going to be a 15-minute race and then a 30-minute race, I think, is the way these things are. I forgot the rules. I should have looked. I thought I was onto it. I thought, oh no, they're 2 equal races, but I forgot they're not. Anyway, let's get this 15-minute sprint out of the way on the racing soft. Someone's had a oh no, Wayne's jumped his start. Wayne, the mad D-O-double-G, got a little excited at the beginning there, and Niggle gets a clean run at Paddock Hill Bend, that's the one. And Slowpoke then up to second with Silly Shot in third, Psy in fourth, Phaser moving up and into fifth, and Phaser having a little look up the inside of the Psy. He stuck to that apex, lovely, and now he's side by side coming down to Graham Hill Bend or something like that. I can never remember. I remembered them once and then that was it. He forgot. Silly Shot though, putting his nose in there where it doesn't belong against the poke, and he obviously doesn't know who he is dealing with. Don't you know who the Slowpoke is, sir? Psy in fourth, doing a great job, and Phaser as well. Hodgie in sixth. Then we've got Waney. He slipped all the way down into seventh place with that jump start, ladies and gentlemen. Taff in eighth, keeping a close eye on our championship leader in eighth place. Carlsberg there, ninth, with Brownie in 10th, making up a couple of spots there, and Brownie having a sniff and a whiff at the Carlsberg there. It's got good head, I hear. Hawkeye, the beer. Hawkeye in 11th, and Firepower there is in 12th. And today I've worked out that Carlsberg I've worked out, someone who messages me on PSN, I've worked out that's Carlsberg, so I'm going to answer to him now because I didn't know who it was. Niggle then. He's getting away with it, ladies and gents. Slowpoke trying to chase him down, but he's got his hands full with Silly Shot at the moment, and Silly Shot taking a wide line as Slowpoke has to defend Paddock Hill Bend, and they're going in at a ferocious speed, and they survive. Oh, Psy's got a huge squirrel on in the middle of Paddock Hill, losing position to Phaser, Hodgie, and possibly Waney's going for the long route around Ruins and Waney's. I don't know. I think Waney and Phaser had a little moment together there. Unbelievable. And Waney then, as he tries to fight through, he gets through past, and I just think the car slid out, and Phaser was in the space that Waney, the mad D-O-double-G, was aiming for, and that is unfortunate there. I think that is just wayward cars. And now Waney having slowed down, Phaser resetting and getting back on it again. And this is the story of Phaser's series. Even when he gets a good race going his way, something out of his control comes into play. Now Phaser stuck behind a slow Brownie, it seems, as Waney G moves past the pair of them. So I don't know if there's been some reorganisationing going on out there or what. But yeah, Waney goes ahead, and Carlsberg there in 7th, chasing down the side as Taff out there, up to 5th now is the Valley Boy. Don't mess, you know. Hodgie up to 4th, Silly Shot in 3rd, Slowpoke still chasing down Niggle, who has a lovely lead at the moment. He's got a little gappage between himself and Slowpoke as they all chase the leader. Hodgie then up to 4th, great stuff. Taff in 5th as well. Psy slipping down into 6th as Carlsberg chases him down in 7th, and we've got the Mad Dog trying to make his way back through the crowd, as it seemed like Brownie, Hawkeye and Phaser all let Mad Dog through there. I don't know what's going on. And Firepower seeing up the dairy air as he chases in to close in on our favourite Belgium. Hawkeye then into the apex, the car a little sideways. Beautiful stuff, beautiful. I told you, great car control has Hawkeye. And Phaser having a sniff around the outside. Phaser feeling very racy today here at Brands Hatch. These three are inseparable. Down in 10th, 11th and 12th, and Phaser looking ready and set to go for a move. There's movement up here. Is it Waney's got himself? Waney's co-op with the Psy and Carlsberg coalition. Psy's dropped behind Carlsberg as well. Carlsberg moving on up. Hodgie is dropped behind the Taff. It's all go here, ladies and gentlemen. No matter where you look, there is something happening. Let's have a quick check on the three at the top. Niggle, Slowpoke and Silly Shot all within touching distance of each other. Beware, this is my no-no square. All of them are chanting, I can hear it, beware, no, this is my no-no square. Hodgie then in fourth with Taff chasing him. So Hodgie getting back ahead of Taff. Carlsberg still holding strong ahead of the Mad Dio Double G as Sai tries to find a way past as well. Sai having a sniff at the championship leader, and the championship leader taking no chances today. No, he's risking all. We've already seen him hit another car and end up down, and sheer will and grit is making him drive through this pack. Unbelievable stuff from the Wayne G. We're seeing again, looks like Carlsberg pulling out of the way, because the Mad Dog is a force to be reckoned with. No, Carlsberg being defensive, thinking first before he even got to Paddock Hill. He nearly lost the car, and it looks like Wayne straightened him up, lost the position, but Wayne helped him out a little bit there, because I think Carlsberg was on his way to the other side of the track until he clouted the side of the Mad Dog. Sai makes his way through, and Taff a bit wide there as Hodgie tries to make his escape. Silly Shot still sniffing the back of Slowpoke, who in return is having a whiff at the back of Niggle. And Niggle at the moment driving gloriously in this 15-minute sprint, and it is tight, ladies and gentlemen. I told you that table's tight. The track is tight as well for positions, and that's a lot of pressure for Slowpoke at the moment. Silly Shot really laying it on strong, and Slowpoke not knowing where to go. He's trying to defend, but he wants to go on the attack with Niggle as well. On the brakes as Silly Shot gets a little slide through the corner, and I'm sure something stirred in my pants then when he slid. It was unbelievable. What a feeling. And then now Slowpoke just trying to make his Lancia Delta as wide as he possibly can as they come through that final corner, and Silly Shot feels like he's got to run on Slowpoke now. They're pulling up alongside each other. This is crazy. As soon as he's out into a bit of clean air, did you see him lunge forward? And now into the braking zone, and Slowpoke again holding strong as Silly Shot loses the rear derriere a little bit, controls the slide, gets through the corner, but cannot attack of Slowpoke, who is driving extraordinarily well at the moment. Hodgie in fourth, getting away. Wayne's got himself past the Taff right now. Sai is up ahead as Brownie goes on the attack of Carlsberg. Now Brownie is on the move. Brownie fearing the points that the others are catching. Carlsberg then in 9th, Firepower in 10th, Phaser in 11th. It's not got any better for Phaser, it seems. OMG. And poor Phaser, he'll be wondering what's going on. It's out of his control, some of these things. And Hawkeye there, he had a tough lap on lap 3. It looks like he visited the scenery. Niggle then out there leading from Silly Shot. Silly Shot's got past Slowpoke. Oh, okay, we've been watching it, we've been keeping an eye on it. It wasn't that long ago, so it's all right. Silly Shot just getting his nose up there. So, Silly Shot and Slowpoke trying to hold it around the outside, but really Silly Shot has got the move done before they even got to the corner. He had track dominance, he had position. Sorry, I'll get rid of that. So Silly Shot there doing an amazing job, and making that move before they even got to the apex. Great stuff. But Slowpoke, no slouch, ladies and gents, a great racer, and I've heard he can give it as good as he gets from behind as well. So yes, it'll be great to see Slowpoke in action. Hodgie at the moment being caught by the championship leader, and it's been relatively straightforward for Wayne, hasn't it? Most of his overtakes have been on the start straight. He gets out that final corner really well, like a whippet. And Hodgie then matching his speed up the straight this time, so Wayne's going to have to think of something different. But Hodgie had a little slide going into Paddock Hill Bend, but he's kept it together nicely. But I imagine Wayne's going to be all up and about his business in Druids, and Hodgie going defensive early into the corner. Wayne getting a good drive out. This is going to be tight stuff. Hodgie is really going to have to dig deep into his defensive cabinet to take the Mad Dog, the wind out of the Mad Dog's sails, really, because the Mad Dog is flying at the moment. Slowpoke still on the shots, but the shots got to points. He's got a penalty now. He's a very naughty boy just as he closes right in on the niggle. But at the moment, Hodgie under fire from the Mad D-O-double-G. Sai's in 6th ahead of the Taff. Sai making up positions as well. Sai getting past Taff. Unfortunately for Taff, he got himself up to 5th place. Everything was looking rosy for our boy Taff for a while there. Mad Dog trailing the Hodgie there, absolutely climbing into the boots of his Lancia Delta. Now he's trying to look big in his mirrors. He's trying to put him off as they go through these very fast section of corners. And Hodgie will not be budged. He is like an oil protester. He's stuck in the middle of that road with super glue, and you're not moving him. So the Mad Dog trying to get inventive out there. Silly shot. He's got that penalty. Where is he going to pay it? He's not got the penalty now, and he's still just a little bit ahead of the poke there. So Silly shot really getting into his rhythm. I thought he'd lost the car, but he's never lost the car yet, ladies and gentlemen. Niggle, though, has got a little gap now as these two have got into it again. And the Mad Dog makes his way past the Hodge. Unbelievable sights we are seeing here. And Hodgie then, all he can do is knuckle down and try and follow Mad Dog, because the Mad Dog is on a tear, ladies and gentlemen. He is ripping up Brands Hatch in the chat. Sai saying peace and love. Peace and love, Sai. And that's the Mad Dog then ahead of the Hodgie. Slowpoke, he's lost a bit of ground, and Silly Shot is taking this race to the Niggle. Niggle is going to have to deal with a race. He thought he was going to have this one covered over. We've only got 5 minutes left of racing, but Silly Shot has really got the bit between his teeth, ladies and gentlemen. He is absolutely tearing up Brands Hatch like Wayne, the Mad D-O-double-G. Hodgie then in 5th. Oh, we got movement. What's happening down here? Brownie is just behind the Sai, but Brownie's picking, he's got himself a penalty. And then Sai and Carlsberg going at it as well. Unbelievable three-way battle as the Brownie moves ahead of the pair of them, and Carlsberg and Sai, under their scuffling and kerfuffling, have slowed each other down and given the Brownie an opportunity to get through. Carlsberg ahead of the Sai though, and there goes the Brownie, losing it wholesale, and Carlsberg and Sai give him a wave as they go past, as does Taff, and Carlsberg looking like he's slowing down to let the Sai through. Interesting racing there. Taff through then, and the Brownie, where's down? Brownie not having a good day at the office here at Brands Hatch. Phaser up to 10th now. He's got himself past Firepower and Hawkeye. He's got good lap times. It was just that one bad lap. But that is the story of the race for some of these guys. They've got the pace, but it's just one small mistake, and it throws the whole thing out. Silly Shot at the moment with Slowpoke right up and in his rear derriere. All the time, Mad Dog chasing them down. Mad Dog with a 32.7. Slowpoke with a 32.7 also. Silly Shot with a 32.0. And Niggle's doing a 33.0. So Niggle, oh, maybe Niggle's thinking about the tyres. They've only got 3 minutes left, though. I don't think tyres are an issue. They are wearing, but they're not anything. They're not worn. They're just wearing. They're probably in optimal position at the moment. They're probably just fine. So Niggle at the moment having to keep all his concentration on the road ahead of him and try not to think of Silly Shot and Slowpoke that are chasing him down. The Mad Dog a little too far away to make any change to that podium, I believe, and Hodgie trying to keep up with him. Crazy stuff. Hodgie in 5th ahead of Sai, who's only just ahead of the Carlsberg. Carlsberg looking to see, it looked like he was letting Sai by, but maybe he was paying a penalty. I wasn't on him at the time, because he's right up in his rear derriere now, and he's giving him a lot to think about. So Sai in 6th place at the moment, trying to hold ground against Carlsberg. Taff just behind him. Fantastic racing by all, it's got to be said. Brownie, he's had a bad day, but still beautiful stuff we've seen from him. Phaser as well, looking strong at the beginning. He'll be absolutely screwing. Oh, bless him. He's not. It's just like I said. If he has any luck, it'd be bad luck. Because Phaser, it's just not gone his way this season, and it's been a lot of it has not been down to him. Firepower in 11th and Hawkeye in 12th, but Niggle, can he do it, ladies and gentlemen? Can he take that win that should have been their last round with 2 people between him and Mad Dog? Remember, he's only 2 points. Now, I think there will be drop scores, so the Mad Dog would move back into the lead, I imagine. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, Nigel will be the championship leader. I'm sure of it. He's no, he's not the one 2 points behind, is it? No, sorry, Nigel's the one. He dropped a lot of points. It's Hodgie that's only 2 points behind Mad Dog, and probably only losing a point to him here. So great stuff for Hodgie, but a great injection to Nigel, being 4th in the championship and 20 points away from the lead. And he goes through another lap. We've got another minute yet. Why am I getting excited? I'm ramping up like this is the end. But these guys have got to go around again. Mad Dog looks like he's slowed down a little bit, and the Hodgie closing in. Sai has got himself ahead of the Berg. No, I think that was how it was. But Taff is coming in. Taff is coming in very fast indeed. Very fast. Sai then did a 34.3 that time around, and Carlsberg at 34.4. Are they struggling with tyres, one asks? Oh, Taff's gone wide there though, but he did a 33.4 and he was closing in very fast as the Brownie. Oh, a 32.8 from the Brownie. He really is closing in. Phaser with a 34.3. Firepower 35.6 that time around, and Hawkeye with a 34.2 last time, but a 35 that time. And was that Hawkeye finished? No, because the timer hasn't run out yet. What am I doing? I'm getting all excited. Nigel at the moment then still leads. Silly Shot's dropped off the pace a little bit and is giving Slowpoke an opportunity. And you don't want to give Slowpoke an opportunity. He'll take it easily. He's closing in very fast here as we're on the final lap, into the final section virtually. And Silly Shot is clinging on to that 2nd place at the moment, unless he's trying to lull Nigel into a false sense of security. And it looks like Nigel now is just 1 turn away from the win. Beautiful stuff. There you go. Viva la Nigel. Cracking drive, Nigel. Fantastic stuff. Silly Shot in 2nd and Slowpoke coming home in 3rd in the podium. Mad Dog through the pack up to 4th, with Hodgie only losing a point, I think, to the Mad Dog in 5th. Carlsberg ahead of the Sai, so Carlsberg got himself back ahead of Sai at some point, and Carlsberg there taking 6th spot ahead of Sai in 7th, with Taff in 8th. Brownie comes home in 9th, Phaser in 10th, and 11th there for Firepower. And Hawkeye then bringing it on home. Good steady pace by Hawkeye. Just that one lap, that lap 3 really screwed him over. And that was race 1, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable sights we've seen here at Brands Hatch. These cars really do look fun to race. I don't know if they're just a nightmare for these guys. I don't know if they're having a terrible season in them. But on screen, they dazzle. They do. They dazzle, they ping, they are beautiful. But Nigel then taking that win, that all-important win to shoot some good points into his championship now. And Silly Shot in 2nd, gaining some good points that he lost at the last round. Slowpoke continuing. That's another podium for Slowpoke after the win from the last race. So Slowpoke still continuing with good point scoring situations. The Mad Dog in 4th. He got the fastest lap at the end though, so I'm sure he'll get a point for that. And Hodgie there in 5th. And so that he'll lose a couple of points then to the Mad Dog, but I don't imagine he thought he was going to be 2nd in this championship come round 5 anyway. So he's probably bewildered. Carlsberg in 6th, good points for Carlsberg. Beat Sai right there at the end, and Sai, I don't know what happened to him. In 7th, Taff in 8th. Brownie, we saw him have a big off, didn't we, in 9th. Phaser, we saw having a bit of a misfortune with the Mad Dog in 10th. Then we got Firepower in 11th and Hawkeye in 12th. What an absolute banger, ladies and gentlemen. Sai in the chat saying, nice race, everyone. Beautiful stuff. It is a thing of beauty. Right then, let's go and find the second race of this one then, ladies and gentlemen. of this round. I mean, go into my collection. Come into my collection and have a look. See if there's anything there you like. Where is it? It's not down here. Yeah, it is. It's all the way down here. This is how far behind I am, ladies and gents. So, as we move into the late afternoon here at Brands Hatch, we're getting ready for a 30-minute race then. I can't remember the tyre rules. They might have to use hards and softs. We'll have a look through the grid. Let me pause it because I'm not that fast. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. We want that. We want to get that up. Here we go. Sorry. It's a reverse grid. So racing hards for Hawkeye. So they must have to use softs and hards maybe. Racing hards for Firepower in second place. Racing softs for Phaser. Phaser's trying to make his own look in this one. He's not messing about. He's leaving nothing to chance. Brownie starting on the racing softs also. Taff starting on the racing softs with Sai starting on the racing hards. Interesting. I think they do have to use both compounds, hards and softs. So Carlsberg starting on the hard tyre as well. Hodgie on the hard tyre with the Mad Dog starting on the softs in 9th. Slowpoke starting on softs in 10th. We've got Silly Shot starting in 11th on the softs and Niggle starting on the softs. So the guys further at the back all opting to go on the softs, which you usually see because of the traffic. They'd opt to go on the hard tyres and try and let either things space out a bit or hope that there's a lot of off. So yeah, it's interesting. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 starting on the hard tyre. Hodgie, Carlsberg, Sai, and Firepower, I think, and Hawkeye. So this is going to be very jumbled when they get to Paddock Hill, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm rather excited. Are you? I'm feeling rather excited right now. So the lights are on for this second 30-minute race. It's go here, ladies and gentlemen. No jump starts here, but someone had an absolute blinder in the middle of the pack as Hawkeye on his hard tyres. Now, for the first corner or two, the tyres aren't going to make a blind bit of difference. They're all going to have cold tyres and no grip. But Phaser already managing to get himself up ahead of Firepower, as has Brownie. Brownie coming through, and maybe the tyres have come to life rather quick because Phaser is, oh gosh, at the top of the pile. Ahead at Brownie as well has made his way through, and Hawkeye now in third. Size moving on up. He's on the hard tyre. The Mad Dog's on the soft tyre. Remember, he wants to get through. Carlsberg's on the hard tyre. Then we've got Silly Shot already up to 7th. Going on the attack of Carlsberg with his soft tyres. He's around and he's ahead in 6th place. Carlsberg then. Hodgie's on those hard tyres. Slowpoke's coming through. It's 3 wide, 3 abreast down here. Niggle, no, not Taff, it's Niggle, Firepower and Slowpoke. And Niggle decides better of it and stays out of the trouble. Stays out of the trouble. Now he's got himself past Firepower and he can go on a launch and attack on Slowpoke. Right then, Phaser is on a rush and a push, trying to get out of dodge with Brownie now in second. Both of these on softs. Waney on the softs as well. Chase them through. Silly Shots on the softs. He's made his way through. Size the top racing hard runner at the moment with Niggle on the softs, sliding out wide, but he's held on to it. He's holded it. He's held on to it, so he's on them softs, and he's ahead of a whole load of hard runners right now. Hodgie, Slowpoke's on the softs, trying to make his way through as well. Carlsberg's on those hard tyres. Hawkeye on the hard tyres. Firepower on the hard tyres, and the Taff closing in with his soft tyres. Phaser leads from the Mad Dog. Brownie going very slow. Brownie going very slow for some reason. Brownie having issues, having problems. Phaser, and he's lost position to the Mad Dog, who really is bearing down on the Belgium now, but Silly Shot is not letting the Mad Dog get away. Brownie then in 4th, trying to fix whatever has gone amiss. Sai still doing a superb job on those hard tyres, staying with the soft cladded runners right now. Unbelievable stuff. Jim in the chat saying, hi Thingy, how are you? I am good, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm overly good because these Lancia Deltas, they really do it for me. They really itch my racing sim scratch. Phaser leads from the Mad Dog. And that's ironic after what happened between them two in the first race, which I don't think there was anything in it. I just think the cold tyres, Mad Dog slid, a little bit like Lando on Piastri. You must have seen it by now. The highlights have been out. So I think there was nothing in it, nothing serious, nothing to concern yourself with. But they're going to do battle again pretty soon. Silly Shot in third then, not managing to stay with the Mad Dog at the moment. Brownie in the contention. Whatever happened to him, it seems to be over and done with now, and he's back on the horse. Niggle in fifth after his win. He's elevated, he's escalated, he's ascended, ladies and gentlemen. He's riding high on the buzz and the adrenaline of the win. Up to fifth with his soft tyres. He's got a big one on him, Paddock Hill, and how has he kept that together? We're going back, we're going way back, because man alive, that car should have been in the, whoa, it didn't look as bad maybe, but it really did look like that back end had gone from him. And Slowpoke closing in and saying, look, if you're going to slide around in the middle of Paddock Hill bend, I'd rather be in front of you. So he has done that. He's got the soft tyres, it's his choice. Then on them hard tyres, slipping down into seventh. He's got Hodgie chasing him down on the hard tyres at the moment. Carlsberg in ninth on those hard tyres, and Taff cutting his way through on the softs. Was there contact? I don't think there was. I think that was fine. Taff, it just looked like Taff give Carlsberg a bit of a knock there, but I don't think he did. I think that was just an optical illusion because the sun's getting low. So Taff then getting his way through on those soft tyres. Carlsberg in 10th. We got Firepower in 11th, and Hawkeye in 12th on his hard tyres. Now it's got, the Mad Dog's through. Phaser, what the hell? God, it was a while ago. So coming into Paddock Hill, Phaser got it all under control. Has he though? It looks like Christine too wanted to destroy his soul and crush his pride. And they took both away from him. The Lancia Deltas, the bloody Italians. Phaser, what can you say? So that was the Mad Dog getting through. And again, another slide from the Phaser. He loves it. He can't get enough of a brake snatch, a handbrake pull. And Silly Shot then makes his way through and up and into second as Phaser again feels that this car is really stitching him up. He's really good driver. This is why it's so ironic, because he's tidy as hell. But give him a car with a bit of a loosey-goosey back end, and I think he likes a solid, stern car. He likes a car to do what it's told to do. And at the moment, the Delta does not do what he wants it to do, blatantly. But still in third. So let's not doom talk about it. Yeah, he's lost them to two top slots, but I mean, we're talking about the Mad Dio Double G. That is some pedigree. He is another level of alien. He teaches the aliens how to drive. So the Mad Dog out there at the moment with Silly Shot chasing him down. Cameraman, there you go. Cameraman's been smoking a bit of that Kent weed. And Phaser there in third. Brownie in fourth with Niggle in fifth. Niggle, is he closing in? It doesn't look like he's getting any closer. A 32-1 from Niggle with Brownie there, a 32-3, 35-4 from Phaser, but he went for a bit of a trip through Paddock Hill Bend. And Silly Shot, 32-1. So yeah, Niggle is on pace with the leaders. And wow, Wayne's in the 31s though, 31.5. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. He's back, and he's back on track. Silly Shot chasing him down though, still fancies a piece of the dog, with Phaser holding on to that third as Brownie lines him up, and Niggle's on his way, and Slowpoke as well. And they're in a party until Slowpoke enters, so just hold yourselves accountable. Sai still ahead of Hodgie, but Hodgie is starting to look like he's closing in on the Sai. It's a 30-minute race. We are 5 minutes in. And I mean, I think they usually have something like a 3-lap rule with the tyre compound, but I'm sure we're going to see these guys go longer because the soft tyres would not last 25 minutes in this race. Sai's struggling with the grip with those hard tyres, unless he's just enjoying a bit of off-roading. He's using an off-road car, you know. So if he wants to go and drive on the dirty stuff, that's his prerogative. Hodgie, though, closing in, and Carlsberg just behind, keeping watch on the situation. Firepower a little further back. Oh, no. Taff's had a moment. Taff was ripping through the pack, ladies and gentlemen, like the local sheep field. And, sorry, Taff, that wasn't fair. And I don't know what's gone wrong. He's gone back to the first bar. Sorry, Taff. It's childish, and we know it doesn't happen. Hawkeye in 12th. The Mad Dog then flying high. Silly shots keeping him accountable though. Wayne, he can't be too risque. Although 230, he's done 31s all the way, and I think he's the only one. No one else has got it into the 31s. So the Mad Dog absolutely driving on rails out there. Phaser in third, keeping Brownie at bay, and the niggle is coming in. And so is Slowpoke on board with the poke of slow as we chase down this trio. It looks like Phaser made a small mistake there, and Brownie has now got himself up and into a podium position as Niggle also looks to compound the pain. Compound the pain, Niggle, on our poor Belgium. Poor Phaser. What a beautiful sight that was just then, with the sun just dipping over, eh? Eh? You got to appreciate these beautiful things in life. All the things that I have done. So at the moment, Brownie under pressure from Niggle, isn't it? Yeah, because Phaser, he got past Phaser. Let's get up there and have a look at that battle, because that looks tight. Niggle then pulling the trigger and up and inside of Brownie. Niggle, did he just maneuver himself from like 6th to 3rd? No, he got past Phaser and he got past Brownie, so 5th to 3rd. But still, recognise, respect. Niggle having a better race this time round, but now these guys are going to have to start thinking about their tyres. 8 minutes in, and the softs are starting to look a little bit abused. Mad Dog doing a 33.9 last time around. Is he hurting from tyres? Has he used too much tyre up? Silly shot with a little bit more life in his rubber. Niggle. Ooh, the Brownie coming in, but Brownie really has used his tyres as well, as so has Phaser. That might be answering Phaser's lack of pace right now. And Slowpoke as well. He's a tyre abuser. Sigh on those hard tyres. Still ahead of Hodgie. Hodgie unable to do anything about the sigh right now. Carlsberg in 9th place, keeping an eye on the situation, waiting for Hodgie inside to go at it so he can whip by. Firepower in 10th, ahead of the Taff, whose tyres are absolutely dismal right now. And yeah, I think we're going to see a few of these soft runners around the 10-minute mark, maybe a bit longer. Maybe they're going to try and stretch it out to 15. But you've got to remember, this track does need grip in some of these corners, especially going around those fast corners. You need that grip. And if the tyres are going to give up on you mid-fast corner, you are cooked. Brownie giving Niggle some jip at the moment. Slowpoke holding it back. Maybe Slowpoke looking after the tyres, giving Phaser. No, I think he's got past Phaser actually since we last saw them. So Slowpoke, Phaser's tyres. He's going to have to think about pit stop soon. Sigh under pressure from the Hodge. This is exactly what the Carlsberg was waiting for. And Sigh, though, knows how to defend in a Lancia Delta. So Hodgie's got a lot of work ahead of him. Up at the front then, what's going on? Are they pitting? Niggle under pressure from the Brownie. There's oh, look at them. Lovely, lovely racing, ladies and gentlemen. And Brownie having a little sniff into the braking zone. Niggle keeps it under control. And again, they've got to be concerned about those tyres, especially the front left tyre. Looks like it's ready to give up. The Mad Dog goes round. He's all right with his tyres, he says. And Silly Shot coming up to the pit lane as well. Goes flying on by. Niggle follows suit as the other guys, as does the Brownie. And Slowpoke says, tyres, we don't need your stinking tyres. Phaser saying, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm just forcing it too much. But with me, it's all or nothing. It's beautiful, man. I love it. And Fazer then destroying those tyres but staying out anyway. Hodgie has got himself past the side. Hodgie has done the impossible. Pulled off mission Tom Cruise impossible. And he's got himself up to 7th. And this is like the double race that we've got going on at the moment with Hodgie, Sai, Carlsberg. Even firepower, because he's not that far behind him now. He's closed in lovely. And Taff has gone in to change those tyres. He's going to have to spend a long time on a set of hard tyres. But it looks like the hard tyres are lasting 11 minutes. And they're barely touched, but they do look like they don't give you a lot of grip. It looks like all of them have struggled with grip out there. Mad Dog continuing on. He doesn't want to go on those hard tyres. These guys are going to be in for a shock when they hit the hard tyres on this track, where it's getting darker by the minute and the track will be cooling as the sun is disappearing. I know it's the UK and it doesn't usually the sun doesn't usually get hot enough to warm the ground, but I think they don't know that in Japan where they program this. So Nigel in 3rd with the Brownie, all up and in his busyness. And Nigel goes in, Brownie stays out. Brownie stays out, Nigel goes in. This is going to be a big decider here. Mad Dog, Silly Shot, all staying out. Fazer continues on as well. He's laughing at and Hodgie then carrying on, and he'll be making. He's thinking, around about lap 80, around 18-minute mark, I could go and get a set of soft tyres, and they may last to the end of the race, especially with the cars getting lighter with the fuel. Mad Dog out there. He's in the 32s. That 33 was just a blip. And Silly Shot, he's done a 35 and a 33, so he's struggling with his tyres, I think, the last couple of laps. Brownie's been dead set in the 33s and must have gained a bit of time on Silly Shot. Silly Shot can't afford a mistake here as they come up to the pit window, should we say. And Fazer desperate for a pit stop. His tyres are, at least. Hodgie's starting to close in on those hard tyres. Yeah, Fazer's dropped into the 35s. Hodgie in the 34s, closing in fast. This is not great for Fazer at the moment. He's got a long way to go before he gets to the pits, and he's lost grip altogether in the Deltona. Mad Dog is in the pits. I'm sure we'll see Silly Shot in as well, as we will with Brownie. They've all got a pit. The tyres are done. They're done, they're dusted. It's time for the hards. Bring on the hards, Jeremy. Hodgie continues on. 4 more minutes, he thinks. 4 more minutes. Mad Dog is out before anyone else gets there. Mad stuff. And Hodgie still yet to pit for his soft tyres. Oh, Silly Shot has had a pit lane infringement. He's got 3-second penalty and a set of hard tyres. But remember, Hodgie still to pit. Hodgie has got to make ground up after his pit stop on those soft tyres to close in on these hard runners. So Waney out, Silly Shot is out, but he's got a hefty penalty. Hodgie's got to wait a few laps yet before he puts the softs on, and then he's got to make a pit stop up on those soft tyres to catch up with the leaders. That has got to be disheartening. Disheartening at the best. Niggles through as Sai has some issues with grip through the hairpin. Surtees, I believe. So Nigel then out on those hard tyres. He's 3rd on track. Hodgie hasn't pitted yet. He's on the tail of Silly Shot. They're racing for position. Even though Hodgie has still got to do a pit stop, it is for position at the moment. Hodgie's tyres nicely bedded in at the moment, and he's giving Silly Shot a lot to think about, as well as Silly Shot's got a penalty to deal with. Mad Dog has lost all contact with the rest of civilization. He's out there in the wilderness on his own, going a little bit wide, but keeping it together. He has become a recluse. Fazer saying I had to make an extra pit stop because I fitted the wrong tyres. Oh no. We didn't see you coming out. Fazer, he's on the mediums. Yeah, he's got to go back in, and he's got a penalty for his woes. Fazer, I'm telling you, man. You've got to change you've got to change something on the car to bring some luck. Put a unicorn on it or something. I don't know. Summer, you've got to change your luck around. I know you guys are 2 rounds ahead of me, so it's a bit late now, but and Silly Shot must pay the penalty now because he's dropped back to 4th behind Hodgie and behind Nigel. But remember, the longer they stay on these hard tyres, which they've got to, we're saying they've got to stay at least till lap 18, until the 18th minute on the hard tyres, because the softs won't make the distance at the end. The less time they're on them soft tyres, it gives them less chance to catch these guys up. Wayne, Nigel and Silly Shot are all a pit stop ahead of Hodgie and Nigel. Nigel pitted with them. So, that's good. That's a position. That's put Nigel up to 2nd, really, after Hodgie's pitted. But Hodgie's got a big job to do to try and close back in with these guys after his pit stop, as well as Sai, who's sitting on the tail end of them. Like I said, we've got 2 races going on at the moment. Brownie's picked himself up a penalty as Carlsberg sitting just tucked in behind him, Slowpoke behind them. And it's interesting, the soft cars. Oh, Brownie's a little wide. Sai's gone in. Sai's decided this is the time for soft tyres, and I think if I remember rightly, Sai did look after his tyres quite well in one of the other rounds. Last rounder out. Mad Dog, did he spin it? Oh, the Mad Dog's had a bit of a moment, but he's got a huge chasm of a gap. He has done the work already with his 31s, and he can afford to make that mistake, because Nigel and Silly Shot are going toe-to-toe, man-oh-man. And Nigel on the inside, Silly Shot trying to catapult around the outside, and now tucking in for the toe as Nigel leads the way. Unbelievable sights we are seeing here. This is crazy series. This is fantastic stuff. I never want it to end. I just want them to keep doing each different track until we run out of tracks. Just keep the season going. The never-ending Deltona season. Oh my word. So Nigel then in 3rd place, and Silly Shot duking it out. Firepower up there in 5th, ahead of Brownie. Sai has pitted. He's put the soft tyres on. He's not that far behind the pack, you know. Hawkeye, he's on the hards, still the original hards. He's mixing it up in the middle of the pack. And Slowpoke then is behind Sai on a set of hard tyres. Sai on the soft tyres has got to pass Slowpoke. Carlsberg hasn't changed his tyres yet. Phaser has twice, and Taff is having a mare in 12th. But Sai has pitted, ladies and gentlemen. He has pitted. He's come out with the soft tyre on, a faster tyre than those around him. He's ahead of Slowpoke, but Slowpoke's going in for the move. Oh no! Slowpoke gets the move done on a set of hard tyres against Sai. I think Sai was going for the move on Hawkeye, but Hawkeye was coming into the pits, so Sai had to really back out of that one to let Hawkeye into the pits, and it left him vulnerable and wide open to the poke, and you don't do that, because Slowpoke will get it right in you. Brownie then in 6th place. He's on a hard set of tyres now with Firepower yet to pit on his hard tyres. Silly Shot on those hards, and this is good for Hodgie. Hodgie's going to come out not that far away from the battlage, I don't think. Mad Dog's having a nightmare staying on the track, but he's got a gap. That's why he's got a gap. He's giving himself a buffer. But he's pushing hard. I think he has got a bit of a concern about those that are going to go onto soft tyres come the end of the race. They've still not even gone onto him yet. Sai went onto him quite early. He's ended up behind Slowpoke, but he's got the pace, I believe, to get past Slowpoke while Slowpoke is on those hard tyres. Interesting stuff. And then Brownie just ahead on his hard tyres. Sai can see him, all the contenders ahead of him. And Firepower having a small off there. And Hodgie is in. Hodgie is in. Big questions to be asked, ladies and gentlemen. Mad Dog out in the lead. Nigel in 2nd. Silly Shot in 3rd. All on hard tyres. Hodgie in the pits. Here comes Firepower. He's opting not to pit. He's staying out for another lap. He doesn't trust that he can look after the soft tyres. Slowpoke and Sai are coming around rather quick, and they're very close to the Brownie. And where is Hodgie? He's out. He's out in 4th place on the soft tyres. He's out on. He's only got the top 3 to try and catch. and 2 of them are there. Just around the corner, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a huge ending. 9 minutes to go. Hodgie onto a set of soft tyres and a really can-do attitude. I think he can get up there and fight for some podiums here today. Firepower opted not to pit. Si's got himself past the hard runners of Slowpoke. Slowpoke getting past Brownie. Unbelievable racing. Phaser is miles away because he had to make 2 stops. Hawkeye is on to the softs now. Let's see what damage he can do. Taps on the hards with Carlsberg now going on the softs. He's got a penalty and he's going to have to do some hard work here because he's quite far behind. Mad Dog at the moment still leads this race, still looks good for the win. Niggle ahead of Silly Shot. These two are racing themselves out of contention here as they'll be giving up time to this boy here, Hodgie, who is flying like a condor. Soaring. And Phaser saying, I'll put a donkey on it. Oh yeah, you can. And Si saying, smooth as eggs. Unbelievable sights, ladies and gentlemen. Si at the moment then closing in on the Firepower. Firepower yet to pit. Si getting the move done on the Poke and Brownie. Beautiful stuff. And Hodgie in 4th, Si in 5th, both of them with a lot of rubber on their tyres. A 33.1 from Si. Slowpoke managing a 34.6. Brownie a 35.3. What are these guys doing? 33.4, 33.7 from Niggle, and a 34.1 from the Mad Dog. Is there enough time? Is there enough time? Hodgie's done his outlap, but Si managing a 33.1. He needs to be in the 32s, maybe touching the 31s like the Mad Dio Double G himself. But that is a lot to aspire to, ladies and gentlemen, as Hodgie then gets on with the business of getting on. There is still a big distance. There's going to be a lot of tyres used up before they can reach Niggle and Silly Shot. But luckily, Niggle and Silly Shot racing themselves crazy in the head and giving away a bit of time. I say giving away, they're doing 33s. It's pretty damn fast on a set of hard tyres, especially as the Mad Dog is struggling with the hard tyres, only getting 34s. This one's a 33, I can feel it. This was more, he's got it sorted now, look, yeah, he's got it sorted, a 33-0. When he sorts it, doesn't he? My word. Niggle then, a 32.9 from Niggle. The cars are getting lighter, the tyres are getting juicier. 32.9 from Silly Shot, so they really are pushing each other. Hodgie comes up to the pits. This might still be an outlap, I'm not sure. 32.1. 32.1, his fastest of the race so far. Si managing a 32.6, his fastest. They're coming, and Hodgie nearly a second faster. Not quite, 8/10 faster than the pair of the guys he's chasing. They're sliding around, racing each other. Si then trying to stay with the Hodge, and Slowpoke doing a good lap there as well. 33.4 on those hard tyres. Brownie 33.9. Phaser 34.1, and at the moment he's just got to stay ahead of Hawkeye, who's on the racing softs. Firepower, who's on the racing softs. There's a lot of people coming Phaser's way. He might be in trouble. He might be in trouble from Hawkeye and Firepower that are coming with all of their might. Taff on those hard tyres, struggling down in 11th, and Carlsberg not making any kind of segue so far. Down in 12th place, unfortunate for him. He's catching up Taff, but my word. The Mad Dog then comes around, 5 minutes left. I'm sure there's 5 minutes left. It might be no, it's a 30-minute race, I'm sure of it. So 5 minutes left, 33.1 from the Mad Dio Double G. Niggle still ahead of Silly Shot, even though Silly Shot is giving it his all. He's giving it everything. He's giving it all the beans and all the balls. Hodgie, 32.1 last time out from him, and he is playing the Hunter now. Oh, 35.3 from Hodgie. They're not the lap times he wants. That's not the sort of times. And 34 from Si, giving Slowpoke half a sniff. You don't want to give Slowpoke half a sniff. I've told you, he'll be in. And Si did pit early, didn't he? He pitted earlier than everyone else. And with 5 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go, his tyres are looking a little woeful. a little woeful. Hodgie's still in together, but 35s is not going to cut the mustard when you're racing guys doing 33s. Niggle back under attack from Silly Shot. Silly Shot having a sniff and a whiff up the inside of Niggle, and Niggle, he wants to round this round out with a huge tick, with a win and second place. It can't get much better than that, surely. And that is going to put him back in that fight for second in the championship, because the Mad Dog is back on form, back on top and unbeatable. And Silly Shot really doesn't want to lose those points to Niggle. Hodgie then, I don't know, he's going to be, I mean, I bet that 35.3 is pushing so hard. He had a small off. Silly Shot sniffing around the rear of Niggle. This is the closest race we've got on track at the moment. I think Sai's under threat from Slowpoke as his tyres go. Niggle seems to have pulled himself out a bit of time there ahead of Silly Shot. Silly Shot just having a rest until he goes on full attack before the end of the race. Let's check out Sai and the Slowpoke. Sai still with a little bit of grace, just a little bit of room to wiggle before Slowpoke snaps his scrawny little neck, I don't know, snaps his will. Sai then breaks his tyres. Look at those tyres. Oh, poor Sai, he's going to be struggling very soon. And Slowpoke, it looks like the sooner is starting to happen as Slowpoke turns up the screws of the pressure cooker. And Sai, he's clinging on with no rubber whatsoever. A little early on that pit stop, possibly, maybe. It looked good for a while there. But now Slowpoke coming back at the used rubbered Lancia Delta, and Slowpoke now up into fifth. He's hoping Hodgie's tyres fall off as well. But Hodgie looks like he's all right for a couple of minutes yet. Sai then, can he stay ahead of the Brownie? The Brownie coming in strong at the end of this race. He's a little further back while Sai goes back on the attack to Slowpoke. He doesn't know when he's beat, does Sai? He doesn't know when he's down. Slowpoke schooling him in tyre management. Hodgie's wide again, and I think those tyres are cooked, so it looks like this is going to be a no-brainer here for the top three. Silly Shot's fuel's looking quite light, but he's only got to do one more lap, I am sure. And yeah, they're all got a bit of a fuel thing, but these two really have burnt through that fuel racing each other. It's beautiful stuff. Niggle then just ahead of Silly Shot, as he has been for most of this race. And Silly Shot really is trying to get that position back. Silly Shot was in second. He picked up a penalty from the pits, I believe. Was it a 3-second penalty? I think it was him. And yeah, Niggle getting that position away from him, but Niggle having an absolute blinding race to get himself up in that position. Hodgie, part of the second race, started on the hards, comes strong on the softs, but just this last lap he hasn't got the pace, and now he's got more of a concern about Slowpoke behind him in fifth than he has about Silly Shot ahead of him. Right, coming up to the no, we're nowhere near the final corner, ladies and gentlemen, so we can continue down here. Slowpoke then in fifth, Brownie in sixth. He did get himself past the side, who has no tyres whatsoever. He's got a good gap though from Phaser. Hawkeye, we said Hawkeye and Firepower. Oh, look at Firepower's tyres, they're beautiful. So's Hawkeye's. So Phaser could be in trouble yet. It's not over for Phaser. The pain still could continue with Hawkeye and Firepower coming in very fast indeed against the Belgium on his hard tyres. This is crazy. Right, back round to the leader who's coming around. The clock's not ticked over yet. He might have to do another lap. He is. He's going round again, ladies and gents. Will it pick Niggle up? The timer's run out, but the flag's not out. Oh, he did just about. Niggle gets second, Silly Shot in third. Hodgie bringing it home, but what about Phaser? He seems safe. He's got a half-a-second penalty. He's going to have to pay that. Hawkeye's definitely going to get that, as Hodgie then comes around and takes fourth place, and his championship is still alive. Johnny 5 is alive, ladies and gentlemen. Slowpoke coming home in fifth, and I bet he's quite pleased with that one, I bet. Brownie in sixth, with Sai there in seventh, no tyres whatsoever. And Phaser looks like he may survive. He's paid the penalty and somehow stayed ahead. Unbelievable size here. And Phaser then does claim 8th place. Cracking drive. Hawkeye in 9th, Firepower in 10th, and the Taff, Carlsberg's already finished in 12th, and the Taff coming home. Is he behind the Mad Dog? He's ahead of the Mad Dog. There you go. And I imagine Taff this will be a race he wishes to forget. Man alive, he was up in 5th. I think at some point he was in the fight. And yeah, I don't know, the bottom fell out of his race somewhere around here, and he comes home in 11th. And the mad DOGG taking an extra lap because he's special, and takes the win finally after everyone else has finished. Beautiful stuff, Wayne. Great drive, sir. Fantastic. Well, there you go. Another amazing round. They don't make bad rounds here at Ultimate Racing League when it comes to the Lancia Delta Intrigale, ladies and gents. It's unbelievable stuff. Holy schmoly. So there you go. The mad DOGG back to winning ways again at the top. It's been a few races since we've seen him win. We've had at least 3 races, and the Mad Dog has not featured on the top step. So, Mad Dog getting those points that he needs. Niggle, having an absolutely atrocious round last round, has more than made up with it with a win and 2nd place. Unbelievable sights. This championship is so tight and so hot. I love it. It's so great. Wayne, I think it's Carlsberg. Looking forward to the others. It's snow next, isn't it? Oh my God, that's going to be cray. So Niggle comes home in 2nd with Silly Shot in 3rd. What a battle we had from them two. Great stuff from the pair of them. Hodgie, nearly the big comeback story in this one, but the tyres just couldn't get there to catch up for the podium. But still, 4th place is a fantastic effort, and still good points for his championship run. Hodgie in 4th. Slowpoke brings it home in 5th. It's an okay result, but he's in a championship battle, remember, so he'll not be thinking it's an okay result. Podiums, only podiums, is Slowpoke's motto here, and 5th place isn't going to cut it, he said. He's thrown his helmet at the back of the garage. He's slapped a sticker on something. He's not happy. Brownie in 6th. Brownie having a bit of a mare there, we saw. Early on in the race, it looked like he just lost power or something, but Brownie coming home in 6th in the end with Sai, just a little early on those tyres, looked absolutely stunning. When he first got those softs on, he came out ahead of people. I didn't expect it. He raced people. It was a fantastic thing to see. But there at the end, the tyres just couldn't make it, and he lost those positions to Slowpoke and the Brownie, which is unfortunate for Sai. Phaser in 8th place, and what can you say? He just doesn't have the look. His tyres went before everyone else. He stayed out there on the tyres. He put the wrong tyres on, went back in and put some right tyres on, and ended up still coming home in 8th, only just ahead of Hawkeye and Firepower that were coming in strong. And Hawkeye finishing up their night ahead of Firepower. It's a small celebration, I'd say, for Hawkeye. A good race. And ahead of Taff having an absolute abysmal race out there, and it just looked like it fell to pieces. His team fell away from him. And Carlsberg, I don't know what happened to Carlsberg at the end. Well, 51 and a 42 don't help. But yeah, he just didn't have the pace when he put the soft tyres on, it seems. Ever since his pit stop, he just didn't seem to get the pace that those soft tyres should have given him. Maybe he was looking after him a little too much. Who knows? But yeah. And he comes home in 12th spot. Wowzers again. Snow you wait, Sai says. Wayne G the alien, I'm telling you. And Fazer saying, thanks for the fantastic comms. Well, thank you guys for staying up so late. You're mad. It's a school night. I stay up because I'm on nights, so I stay up all night on Sunday. But whatever your guys' excuse is crazy. But thank you for keeping me company. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was great with you, gang. And I enjoyed those races. Amazing. Well done to Ultimate Racing League. I think it's Hodgie and Slowpoke that kind of run this one. So great job. And Fazer saying, make sure you have an oxygen tank nearby for the next race. You'll need it. It's going to be a lot of talking. Well, let's hope 3i doesn't zap us out of the skies first, eh? I've heard it's just hovering over Mars right now, and all the conspiracies are NASA's shut everything down so we can't see what's going on. So hopefully this human race is going to get their butts kicked. I don't know what's going on. I love a conspiracy theory, though. Wouldn't it be cool if it is a spaceship? It's not. It's just a hollow rock. But, you know, you can dream. Then we'll see these. Then we'll see what they're like at GT7. That's the first thing. If it is a bloody ship, let's get them down here, get them strapped to GT7. Let's see if this alien thing is true. That's what I want to know. Can they play GT7, and do they want to join URL? Okay, gang, thank you to everyone. Thank you to the organisers. Thank you for the racers. Thank you for you guys in the chat that have kept me company into the wee hours of this morning. And thank you to my biggest inspiration, that is Mighty Mouse. Thank you. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love is here to save the day.